Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Xenogears. Last time we arrived at the second Anima Relic Dungeon, even though it never really announced it, and we also sat in the chair a whole bunch. This time, no more chair. Now, in this room we have to find 3 hidden stones. Now, for whatever reason, apparently this does not work very well. Um, if you do them out of order, and apparently it glitches out. I've never had that happen to me. In fact, I get a lot more glitching out in a subsequent situation. But yeah, so you talk to all 3 of those, and then you start looping around here, mashing the X button on the wall. Now, I'm just going to ignore pretty much everything that's said here, because I already know where I need to go in order to get all these things. Yes, I already saw that one. Just keep spamming X button on the wall. Eventually you'll find a bunch of these, and apparently once you do them all and walk down on the left hand side, it will drop one of those stones. Now, apparently if you don't do this one first, it can glitch up, but apparently this is supposed to work every time. I don't know. The next one is supposed to be, there we go. Now, the third one is the biggest pain in the ass, because you're supposed to, stop it, you're supposed to jump up here. Ah, wow. Last time it took me about 3 minutes in order to actually get on top of here with the horrible platforming in this game. But anyway, once we do that, we can push this one this way. And push it that way, and basically you see there are 3 holes there. We just want to push all of these in there, and once we do that, it will activate plot advancement basically. So there we go. That was a lot less painful than I was expecting it to. Nice. And with that done, I believe they show us what happens. Yeah, it causes the rocks to shake, which of course means, how is this going to work? The only way possible to advance, and of course that would not stand there for very long. But it's a game, so I'll give it some credit for not really caring about the physics of all that. Now, get back into gears. Now, we want to jump. Be careful when jumping. And stupid pause thing keeps showing up even though I'm not hitting pause. We have the Griffon in here. I'm not sure if we've seen the Griffon so far or what the deal is, but now I believe last time I was talking briefly about having lower HP, meaning making it easier to get into hyper mode. Wow, that's a lot of damage. I don't know if I've really explained that, but the idea is with most gears, you have a base 5% chance to get into hyper mode. That chance increases depending on your total HP or your current HP versus your maximum HP. So if you have like 10%, you'll have a much higher chance of getting into hyper mode than if you have, 90% HP. And so that's why I don't mind if Emeralda loses some HP, and I'll probably kind of leave her in that kind of situation. If it kind of comes to it, which it probably will. Now, we need to have a pretty good running start here in order to make that jump. For some reason, that jump gives me a lot of trouble sometimes. Usually the first time, it almost always works, and then after that, I fail it, which is weird, but anyway, if you see here, we got some treasure chests underwater, and we also have a pathway that we need to walk with our characters, which leads to this little door. Again, I don't know why the little doors are encased in what looks like larger doors, but is what it is, I guess. And we got a survival tent. Now, there's actually a doorway here. You can kind of see it there. You don't need to go in there, and I will show you why later. In fact, if you fall down in this room, you'll be able to come out in that direction. And if you want to fall down in this room, you will basically stand in front or behind these treasure chests. You have to stand to the side in order to make it past them all without falling down, which makes it really difficult at this point. But let's go back here. Talk to this thing. Fear not the darkness of the walls. Keep moving forward, you will find the path. This is an asshole move on the game's part. Notice that up above me is east, and basically what's going to happen, where is it? Should be, yeah, I know. Now move forward. Yeah, if you don't move forward, I always hold circle too, but you won't get in that door and you won't be able to move forward here. It's such an asshole move that they put more than one of these in the game. Makes it really difficult every time you fall down a hole because you never expect anything like that. Now, in here, uh-oh. Oh crap. What's the best way of surviving when you have spikes coming down on top of you? Apparently it's standing still. You actually have a choice here. If you jump, you're pretty much screwed. You're not supposed to jump over on that platform. You're not supposed to, you know, jump toward the side or anything like that. You're just supposed to wait in the middle. Which, to any, you know, gamer that's played lots of side-scrollers in the past, you never want to stand still. But once you do, you can jump up on top of there, and you get it to this room. Now, this room is confusing. And it's only got 4 different things in here, and it's still confusing. Okay, so the way this works is you have 2 buttons on either side. This is a button with 3. You push that, and now either of these 2 things, I think this one, if you step on it, yeah, nothing happens. So this one will fill the water tank down below. This one here will lower it. If you hit the switch on the far left, it'll raise or lower it by 3 points. If you go over here, this will lower it by 7 points or raise it by 7 points, up to a maximum of 10. So it's between 0 and 10. Now, I don't know where it says it, but you're supposed to find a happy medium here, and so you're trying to get it to a total of, let's see, what is it, 5, I believe. And so we want to lower by 7, raise by 3 twice, lower by 7, raise by 3. So we stand on this one, we lower it by 7. I don't know why the game decided to throw a bunch of strange Zelda puzzles in here at this point. Now we want to change it to 3. Push that button. Now we want to raise it by 3 twice, meaning we should be at 9. And then we want to switch it to 7. We want to lower it by 7, bringing it to 2, raise it by 3, get up to 5. Drop that down. Now, if I've done this right, we should be able to raise it one more time, and that should be perfect. And doing that somehow also lowers the whole water level even further. Don't ask me how. This doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but oh well. What this does is it removes the water over here, which allows us to get the treasure chest and go in through that actually big door instead of only looking big door. And this also brings forth a platform here, which leads to our way out, as well as another treasure. I haven't gone over the treasures I got last time, but, or not last time, but in the previous room there. I will, once we get some more treasure, which will be in the upcoming couple of rooms here. This one is a beastly robe. And this rock, if you push it, falls down. So if you fell down any of those holes in the room with the 2 treasure chests that we fell down the hole and went through the stupid pathway, you would have ended up right here. And with this here now, you can jump up, but before this rock was sitting up there and you couldn't get up. So it would have led you all the way back around here, eventually. and go through the darkness door, and we're back at this point again. So that's where the other treasure chests were before. So yeah, that's basically all that is. We didn't miss any paths. We took them all. Just didn't fall down any of the ones we didn't need to. And so let's run across the narrow ledge again. Grab our gears. And pop down here. Oh, I want that treasure chest. This one contains a king's helm, which is pretty good. And even better, we get the ether doubler. Nice. Yeah, this is how long you have to wait for it if you did not purchase one. It's a long way away. Now, here's a save point. So what I'm going to do, because I know what's coming up, is I'm going to lower Esmeralda's gear's HP by just enough so that she has a much better chance of getting into hyper mode in the upcoming fight, hence the save point. And I'm going to go back, I'm going to heal up Faye, I'm going to heal up Renmazu, Billy there, and make sure I'm all set and prepped up for the upcoming fight, and I will be right back. Okay, we're back. So let's take a look at how I have things set up, and I'm not completely set up, I don't believe. No, I am not. So you are going to need, where are we at here? Power magic, as well as an E-circuit. I think if I throw another power magic on him, he will lose some agility. Yeah, so I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to use an E-circuit instead. Not quite as much ether amplification, but it'll have to do. And with that being said, I think that's probably good enough for him there. He also has an ether doubler on. And we have the evasion ring here, ether doubler, and speed ring S to up his speed because he's slower than everybody else, and you just have an evasion ring. Now, as for the items that I've been picking up, let's take a look at some of these here. You can probably equip one of them, the beastly robe. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Nothing super special or anything like that. And the angelic robe is still better than what I have on. I don't know why I'm not using that, but actually, that would probably help her out in the fight, so let's throw that on there. And let's see here, let's go to Faye. I know Faye can use the other option that we picked up, the Rose Tabard, which is much better in terms of raw defense, and even probably compared to the black leather. I think you can use it too, yeah. It's a little bit better. It's nothing substantial, and I like the the magic defense on, or the ether defense on Faye there, so I'm just going to leave him with that. The other thing, I'm going to take this off, and I'm actually going to give you a holy pendant. That should do it for you. Nobody else needs a holy pendant. We should be good. Now, hopefully the strategy I have in mind works. I'm actually going to go test that out. I just wanted to kind of show off some of the other stuff, make sure I have time for what's upcoming. As far as all this stuff goes, yeah, we're pretty much at the end. In fact, I got to get Faye on the ground to use enough things to get Yamake, though I won't be able to learn that until level 80, so oh well. Anyway, I'm going to go test out the boss fight there, and I will be right back. Okay, so the strategy I had in mind wasn't going to work, and so we want to pop up here. There's a battle here, which I will be running from. Most definitely running from. Yeah, don't want to fight those guys. Normally I'd call the gears, but I don't even know if that would work here. I guess technically there's enough room, there just isn't enough room to get it by that little ledge. Anyway, the strategy I had built up for the upcoming boss fight isn't going to work, so I have made some changes here. The King's Helm, which I didn't show off before, it's slightly better than the Black Helms, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. So yeah, basically I have Billy now set up with a Holy Pendant, still Speed Ring, and an Evasion Ring. For whatever reason, magic does not work very well on this boss. Even with that setup that I had, I was doing under 3,000, and I can do more than that with normal attacks. So the other thing we want set up for him, I had nothing on him so that he would actually take some damage so he could lose some HP, so he'd have a better time getting into hyper mode there, so that would be helpful. Unfortunately, Emerald lost a bunch of HP along the way, as did Faye, so they're all pretty kind of low. Not that it matters for this fight. We're not going to take a whole lot of damage, so... Anyway, that's, I think, pretty much it there, so let's head in here. Hopefully you know what, I'll run a little long today. I've been doing pretty good since I got back from holiday. We're going to fast forward through that, though. There we go. And, of course, this time we bring Billy, and this time, of course, is not Billy's Anima Relic. This one, of course, seeing who has shown up after not really having done a whole lot in a long time. Rico! Meaningless. Looks like a Zohar and a save point. Or something like that. I don't know. Get out of my head! I'm reminded of Family Guy episode with Chris. I'm too lazy to find a clip. I'm enjoying this game too much right now. No extra clips right now. At least not today. If I find something, you know, later, you know, tomorrow or something like that, then maybe that episode will be like that. I think this is probably the last one that I'll record today. Get a couple done. Good enough. Anyway, well, let's go take a look at it outside. But of course, we can never just go outside, can we? And I'm trying to flip through my notes here because I know I had something I wanted to say about this. And who do we have here? Who's down there? Hello? Hammer. The hell do you want, bastard? You're a murderer. Yeah, by the way, I think I missed mentioning this before about some of the references to the fact that Hammer may have already betrayed us a long time ago. When we climbed Babel Tower for, I believe it was the first time, Ramses found us, and we all asked how did they know we were here, and as far as I remember, that's never been explained. Well, if Hammer had talked to Krellian at that point, that could have explained that. But I'm not sure. You know, it's just an idea more than anything else. What else I had in here for notes? I had a whole bunch of notes. Notes that'll work better for later. You got super strength. Now, he looks like he's merged with a machine, but at the same time, I think he's also been mutated. Yeah, I think they kind of merged him with his gear, and yeah. Resistance is futile. Of course not. We have to kick your ass first, and then not hand them over. Is that so? Well, Rico would be a horrible choice for this fight, which is why he's not in my party. Now, the most important thing about this fight is you'll actually win it even if you don't reduce his HP to 0. This is very important. Yeah, well, that's a good choice. At least you did that to somebody who needed less HP. So let's boost her again. And basically now we're going to try and hit hyper mode. There's a reason why everybody has, well, except for Faye, has the, oh, what is it? The Holy Pendants, because what they do to hyper mode is they make it last 6 turns instead of only, let's use the power there, instead of only 3. So basically my hyper mode will last longer, which will allow me to take this guy down a lot easier. Because if you do not kill him, if you beat him by not reducing his HP to 0, just by, because it's not a timed battle, but it's a storyline battle, then yeah, you're definitely going to want to kind of be aware. Let's just go straight for the kill, I think. And you can use your full attack and miss. Now, what Hammer does in this fight is he kind of just self-modifies, and he grows bigger and gets stronger, does more damage, and all that kind of crap. With Faye, because I'm going to use System Id with him instead, I'm just going to use X attacks and triangle square combos until the other two get to that point. And with you, I think I'm going to use one combo because you're so far ahead, and I'd like everyone to kind of get there around the same-ish time. But yeah, he's going to modify, get more powerful, get stronger looking, and all that crap. Hey, stop missing. But yeah, I think he has 48,000 HP, and once you've taken off about 27,000, he'll go into the timed mode where he only has so many rounds left, and you have to defeat him before time runs out, otherwise bad things happen, and you won't get the item. And it's a one-of-a-kind item that you absolutely must get. If you miss nothing, if you have to miss something, you know, only one item in the entire game, this is the only one you can't miss. Everything, a lot of other things can be, you know, gotten later or whatever, you know, even the Ether Doubler, which is very valuable. But this one is basically necessary. Hey, he finally hit. Nice. Didn't shit for damage, but oh well. Okay. So Faye's actually got a good chance of getting into hyper mode himself, but I'll be using System Id, so that's fine. And so, yeah, we should be pretty close to getting his HP dropped. So, yeah, don't do too much there. Once these two get into hyper mode, it'll be a good point. I'll do hyper mode with him next time, or System Id. There we go. Yeah, I don't think Holy Pendants are really necessary for this fight, but I would highly recommend them. They do make it quite a bit easier. And we've got the first one. So, I'm going to use Holy Climb, which actually looks pretty cool. Alright, System Id. And you still haven't gotten your thing there. I don't know how that's managed, but oh well. She'll get it soon enough. Got 36% chance, so. Yeah, this episode's gonna run a little bit long. Oh well. And so you're in there, so let's start hitting with you. With Yin Power, you have quite a bit more damage than the other two. Should be 6,300. There you go. And you missed. And you missed again. And again. Yeah, having, ouch. Oh, you can attack. Emeralda should be pretty close to getting in there herself. Hopefully she got it this round. That would be helpful. Yeah, once he says this, you're on your timer now. And she still hasn't got it. You know what? I'm going to try one more X attack, and if she doesn't get it on the next one, she's going to blow her combo. You're going to use this combo. So that should drop it to below 20,000 damage. 20,000 HP left. Emeralda. Good, she got it. Nice. That will make life a lot easier. Hers, again, pretty cool. Yeah. And Billy, go in for the kill here. Should be pretty close to ending this fight. Alright, one more. Hopefully that's it. I don't want this fight to last too long. But yeah, as soon as Hammer says he has a bad feeling, you know you have to end him. There we go. Got him. If you do not kill him by draining his HP, You will not get the trader card, and what the trader card does is it makes the rare item. Each enemy in the game has 2 items they can drop, a common item and a rare item, and there's usually a percentage associated with that. Most of the bosses remaining in the game have 1 in the rare slot, but nothing in the common slot. What the trader card does is it makes the percentage of the enemy dropping the item in their rare slot 100%. At least as far as I know, it's 100%. And so, yeah, if, say, there's one enemy in the game who has a 0% chance to drop something in their rare slot and nothing in their common slot, the only way in the entire game to get that item from that enemy is with the trader card. So this is the most important item you will get in the game. But if you don't kill him by reducing his HP to 0, he won't drop it. So make sure you apply some kind of strategy, whether it's mine or someone else's, to getting that if you're playing along. Hammer, you're a fool. And yes, Hammer knows this. And this is, I think, the only time they really kind of talk about it, which is one of the reasons why I kind of wish they had more time to work on Disc 2. Maybe they would have had a second arc for Rico where he claims the throne, maybe? I don't know. Or at least kind of talks to the Kaiser. I will try and go back now once we get access to the world map again and see if there's a scene that can be done there. I don't think there is, but I'll try anyway. The end. Yeah, I think you definitely deserve something. Even though we're playing sad music, you still killed Ellie's mother. Was he happy about his brief moment of power? Was it, did he enjoy having the power, or a look of relief that the pain he had brought upon himself and, the pain that he had from his mutation, or the pain that, he felt from what he'd done, finally kind of being repaid? You seem to have felt that way right from the get-go of the game. The fact that this doesn't have a huge impact on you is kind of surprising. Anyway, with that being said, we've wrapped up that part of the story. And that's pretty much all the time I want to spend on this one. So hopefully that wasn't too long. 29 minutes, probably pretty long. But anyway, that's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.